Hey everyone, and welcome to the Stories of Weird.
Was that weird? Was that weird enough? I don't know.
I think it was good. I love how there's always somebody that's kind of lagging behind. Just like there's two people that do it on the hits.
Well, considering I am on Internet Explorer, there's really no wonder there.
Internet Explorer. That's nothing to do with our podcast.
I don't know. I think it's weird that he hasn't upgraded to like an actual browser, but you know, it's fine. Whatever.
I was like, is that just like making your internet go slow? So you're like your internet connection is really slow? Is that what you're trying to say?
No. Tom, just deal with it, sweetie. You and I will always be the ones who go weird last because Weston is the one who starts off, so he's never going to be late. We're always going to be late.
You guys are a little slow, right? Is that what you're saying?
Weston, remember that you live right next door, son.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You'll see how fast I am. I'll eventually get to your room and beat you.
Challenge accepted. Okay, well, I'll be looking forward to that in the next couple episodes. Anyway, so this is the Stories of Weird, the video podcast where weird people give weird commentary on or about weird things. I guess it's the same thing,
Can't
pretty
remember
much.
the intro.
So many prepositions.
They're on, if, on, about, beyond, behind, on top.
I don't think if was a preposition, but it's cool.
I'm thinking articles. I'm just combining everything. Just
All right.
all the things I would. It's close to if. There's two letters.
If's not an article either, but you know.
Oh,
Anyways.
shoot. Podcast is over. We're done.
Right.
We're done.
Like with
Grammar
today's
Nazi.
episode or forever?
Yeah, this is why I'm not an English major.
Well, neither am I.
Oh.
Are you?
I'm not.
Well, technically she is majoring in British, so
I'm majoring in British. How do you major in British? Major.
all the British TV you watch.
That's not majoring in British. That's living life fantastically.
I was say, like, I don't remember seeing that degree offered at our school because I think you would have chosen it, wouldn't you have? Maybe, Victoria, if it
I don't
was.
know. Well, I mean, just think of like the classes they'd take. Like, you would have to take a class about the revolution, but from their standpoint. Nah, I don't think so.
No, I'm a little biased. I'm sorry, guys.
You know, America.
So how have you all been? Y'all been? I'm just trying to go super American now. I'm trying to compensate.
Right. Tom, why don't you go first? How have you been?
Really can't complain. Starting to get a little sick, but judging by the fact that we're all coughing and like going like this, I'd say we're all on that train track right now. So it's just the bug. But
I'm actually pretty healthy, to be honest with you.
Victoria Donut Store and cough on him.
I might, except mine's allergy based, so he won't get anything but a little bit of phlegm on him.
Then
So-
I'm coughing on you.
But no, I'm with you, Tom. My allergies are acting up because it's autumn and my body has decided, hey, the weather's changing. Why don't we die? So I've got that going on. So I may or may not excuse myself and dive for a tissue or something halfway through the podcast.
I got a little tickle in my throat, but I'm not sick. Like, it's just like, there's something there. That's all I got. That's as much as sick as I am right now.
Yeah.
Victoria,
you're
we're
lucky.
accusing you. Like, we're not
I
like
know.
Weston. You're sick. You're like, no, man. No, it's cool, man.
I'm telling you, guys, I'm all right. It's like the zombie apocalypse kind of thing. Like, guys, I haven't been bitten. I swear. I'm good. Don't worry about it. You got to kill
You know
him.
what? I'm just telling you right now, if there is a zombie apocalypse, I'm the first to go. Like, I can't handle it. I will willingly go and get bit.
Nope.
take-
I'm over this.
Take it out. I'm down. I'm gone.
Have you guys seen Walking Dead? Do you want to live that or just want to be dead? Just be done with it.
I see Walking Dead every day. It's, you know, students on their cell phones driving, students on their cell phones walking.
Yeah, we don't need to wait for a.
I see
we
the
don't need
biking dead. You know.
The bike.
That's dangerous.
I was like, there's guys on their phones, like just going.
I wish I could make this up. I really do. But it's like, man, I got to tweet that I'm getting on my bike right now. Like, everybody needs to know. But I'm guilty of texting and walking. But then again, if I were to talk to people as I was walking, it'd be kind of weird because I walk alone. Like, hey, how you doing? So, No, I'm talking to you. It's cool. No, it's fine. Just text away. It's cool. No, we're best friends now. Like, how weird is that?
It's just awkward when somebody runs into you, or if you're the person, like you run into somebody just because you're on your phone, you're looking at it, and you're not paying attention to anything around you.
Just yeah, you're in the zone.
I
What?
don't have that problem.
You don't have
that.
Why not?
No, like, even when I'm on my phone or something, I'm aware of what's going on around me because I don't go like this. I actually kind of go like this so that I can look at the phone and then look up so I don't run into a car or anything as I cross the street.
I'm glad you
I
can
like that.
multitask.
One of your fears is running into a car.
Nope, my fears aren't running into a car, but when I'm crossing the street, it's a pretty viable reason.
Well, okay, but if you're crossing
Yeah.
the street, I would hope that you're crossing a street at a crosswalk, like legally, and then like they know when to stop. You're not just deciding, you know what, I'm gonna jaywalk, and I'm gonna
You
just
have to remember, we live in California. Not everybody comes to a complete stop.
Rolling stop. That's what we're known for.
act. The only time I stop is when the body hits, the front act. California.
Yep. Driving in the rain. I think
Oh,
that's probably the
not like-
worst.
I'm not looking forward to driving in the rain, especially in Orange County, because I mean, either way, in Southern California, we don't know what rain is. Everybody freaks out. If you're from California, you look up and you're like, the sky's falling. What do I do? Time to drive like a total, goober. Like, just
I think we lost Weston.
no, Weston. It's not raining now, honey.
Rain.
I think he's drowning. You need to go save him.
No, women and children first.
So you and me get out?
Well,
What was
you'd be
that?
the woman, you'd be the child. So
Well, I would hope I'd be the child.
I said,
Yeah.
wait, honey, it's cool.
I try to go at least the speed limit when it's raining, even though everyone else is going like half that. It seems like I try to at least do that. Keep the traffic going.
I mean, it's water, and hopefully you have tires, that are made to grip.
Not treads on your tank.
Yeah, right? I'm just saying. But yeah, no, I'm not looking forward to rainy season. I don't know about you guys. I mean, yeah.
I am and I'm not. I am just because I love being inside when it's raining. I don't know about you guys. I just like it's cold outside, it's warm inside, you feel cozy, and it's just it's that one of those days you can just play video games or watch TV.
Yeah. No, I
I'm
feel you.
outside. I love the rain.
You love
Because
it.
I don't at the minute I don't have anything to impede me from enjoying it. It's not like I have to drive anywhere. It's not like there's any particular reason that I should stay indoors. It's just that most often when it's raining, I'm in class or something, so it's like I can't just go rain.
Because
As
we
I
know
run away.
do that.
we know you would, yeah.
Please do
You know
it.
I would,
Tom
but
would
I'm-
actually do that in the middle of like a whole campus, thousands of people. He'd just go out there, just do that.
He'd be in the middle of a lecture, and the professor's all Bueller.
I'm
Bueller.
singing in the rain. Just singing
Happen.
in the rain. Look at this hockey buddy singing in the rain in the middle of the desert. That would be the stat.
Yep. Because
I
you're just
believe
an
it.
enthusiastic person, Tom.
Is that what we call it?
What would you call it?
I'm not at liberty to say. But
That'd be nice,
yeah.
remember?
Okay. All right. Well, hey, let's move into our first section. So this podcast is divided into two sections. The first section is I feel like I should call this segment something. Like give it a name. Just Mad Libs. It's like weird story.
Weird words.
That's right. Well, I think I called it something last time. What was it? Oh, wouldn't it be weird if? That's what this
Oh.
is called. Right.
That is correct.
So it's pretty simple. We take I go onto a website where you get random nouns and verbs, and we kind of create a sentence and decide if it would be something that would actually be weird. So let's move into the other screen, and boom.
I think
Yes.
this is really just an excuse for us to get better on our vocabulary.
Well, seems like I need it.
Oh,
He
that's
needs
right.
help on his
Sorry.
grammar. His
So-
vocab is fine.
Guamma. All right. So
Whamma.
okay, so let's look at our nouns. So let us refresh the list. So the way it works, we get two nouns and we put a verb in between it and make a sentence. So all right, guys. So here are our first two nouns to remember. First is popcorn.
Ooh, like this already.
Oh, I like it. There's food involved. And our second part is ink. You doing okay there, Tom?
Wait, is ink a verb or a noun?
Like Finding
I
Nemo,
ink.
I ink. Oh wait, inked. No, noun. Sorry, this is a noun. Like in your pen, ink.
So it's a person, place, or thing?
Yes, that's a thing.
So
Covered in-
so I pulled out my adjectives.
All right, so
All
we got.
right.
All right, so popcorn and ink. Let's get our verb. Let's see, where did the verbs go? Holy poop! Where's the verbs? There they are. Okay, and our. It's funny. I feel like these nouns should be flipped. So our verb is blot.
Are you kidding me? Did we really? So if,
Popcorn ink blot
So would it be weird if
or blotted
popcorn
ink?
blotted ink?
actually, I'm not even gonna lie. I've done it. I have done it. I have blotted ink with popcorn. I'm not proud of it.
Wait.
So,
Back up. What happened?
all right. So let's go back to the '90s, way back, and we're going to go to like the days of gel pens.
Oh, I remember those.
love.
All right. So I had a bunch of them as a kid, and I was in like 4th grade, and we had I think it was like I don't even know what we were doing, but I was scribbling with them or whatever, and we'd been given popcorn as a snack. I think it was during our Sat 9 tests or whatever, and
Okay.
I found that like the stale, like Smart and Final popcorn that you got as a kid.
Mmm.
Yeah, the glorified styrofoam that's been sprayed with like yellow paint that's like
That's-
edible. Yeah,
Oh.
that stuff. So I was writing notes, and I think it was my lovely friends. We had been writing and everything, but I got like it bled all over my hand. So had no napkin, styrofoam popcorn, and I blotted it, but it was cool because it was so stale that it kind of still held its shape. And I was making like patterns with it all over. So you can add that to things I've done in my life
So
that need
it's-
to be in my autobiography.
So for you personally, this is not strange or weird at all.
If I say
No, for her
No,
personally,
that's-
it is weird and strange. It's just that she's done it.
I was 9. I mean, no, I'd still do it.
It's like now I got to go find some stale popcorn so we can make sure this could happen.
We need to bust this myth.
Mythbusters Stories of
Right.
Weird edition. Okay.
See, I was actually kind of hoping the verb would be like spew, so it would be. What if popcorn spewed ink?
Oh man, that would be just.
I just
That would be weird, though. Would you not admit that would be weird?
I turned a popcorn I gave it a face and just it's just vomiting ink.
I was
That's what I
actually
saw.
thinking more along the lines of it's like an octopus, but it's a popcorn kernel.
It's all scared. It sees me in the ocean. And I'm just like popcorn.
Oh, you guys made me ink.
And would it be kind of buttery, maybe? Like a buttery ink, maybe?
So wait, would it be yellow ink?
You mean
Well,
pee?
if it's ink, that's pretty close to the urinary tract. I'm just saying.
And if
but-
our popcorn can talk and do very human creature-like things, it's probably urine. Chances are.
Really?
know,
It's not butter
people-
ink.
This post, like this whole thing, and I'm not anymore.
Wait, I'm sorry. I lost you in the first part. What was that?
I was just saying I was hungry when we started this game, and I'm not anymore.
Let's see if I have any popcorn around here. Hold on.
As she made
no
this
luck.
grimacing face.
This cast brings the pee in popcorn.
And
Yeah,
you thought
no.
it was butter.
I can't believe it's not butter. Well,
It's
here's the
not.
secret. It's not.
It's popcorn pee.
Oh, great.
So yeah, okay. So yeah, I guess I wouldn't say that blotting. Wait, a popcorn blotting ink? Was that what it was? Blotted ink?
Yes. If popcorn could blot ink,
Would be
is
strange
that weird?
if popcorn blotted ink. Okay, so no, I don't think so. I don't know how many times you guys have had a pen or something that's like blown up on you. I'm guessing this happened to you at least once, right?
Yeah. At least.
So I think as you were saying, if you don't have a napkin or a towel, you got to find something. And if popcorn works, especially stale popcorn, it's probably really absorbent. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know, because like gel pen is a little hard to absorb because it's I mean at least the one I was using.
Gel?
But
You know. Gel. I associate gel pens with yearbook because that was the times when I'd use those the most, or when other people would use them the most. No, Tom?
No, because I actually I had black paper, so I would use it on those because it would show up so much better. But
you're
yeah,
so
she knows what I'm talking about. She knows what I'm talking
Victoria was so excited. She's like, oh, me too.
Mine was lined black paper. It had white
Mine
lines.
was too white lines, right?
Yay! Connections to the past. I'm just saying. It was a lot of fun. Except the white never showed up. Like, a white gel pen never showed up. Yellow did.
Yeah.
But, like, the gel pen was not having any of that. It was like, no.
You know, I just thought about what if gel pens, if you had actual hair gel that was like the gel pens, you could just put in your hair.
Look, I know this is called the Stories of Weird, but did you have to be all, like, strange?
I needed to make it really weird, okay, guys? Guys. Then
that'd be the weirdest place to put hair gel is in a pen. Okay, not the weirdest, but because believe me, there's probably weirder. But I'm just saying.
Funny? You know what'd be funny? For all the greaser kids, make a comb that actually comes with it. So
like
when they
purple gel, purple sparkly gel.
No, just with the grease in it.
But
like, there's still greaser kids? Like, I'm gonna go out and have a snap fight with some jets and some sharks. Like, that's gonna happen.
Pony boy!
At my high school, they were all over the place.
No, after this podcast, I'm gonna find me some greasers.
Oh, just walk around until you find, and then what? Are you just gonna have snap fight as soon as you see them?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna snap fight them, and then, you know, I was feeling secure until Tom did that. But no, I mean, I didn't know there were still greasers. Like,
yeah, my high school had a lot of them.
Ooh, well, well.
Jeez, did you go there with Sandra D too? Grease joke.
It's like, uh-oh, who's seen Grease? Who hasn't seen Grease?
Well, I have seen it.
I was gonna say, if musical Tom has
I've
never
seen
it.
Victoria, I get your reference.
But instead of pink poodle skirts, they were red cheer skirts.
Okay.
You lost me at skirts. I don't know what those are.
I know what kilts are. They're skirts without underwear.
And in a stripy pattern, right?
They're not stripy. It's plaid, man.
Get it right?
Get it right.
You just went like Jamaican on me with that.
You want to go Jamaican?
She's like, it's plaid, man.
The plaid man. Don't you know we wear kilts out, yeah?
Dip my son until you guys figure it out.
All right, Tom. Let's move into our second segment in our lovely podcast where we bring up weird stories and strange news and pretty much anything that's weird or out of the ordinary. So, Tom, why don't you start us off with what you got?
So, aside from the fact that there are still greaser kids,
That actually, yeah, that's weird enough.
but that is not my story.
Oh, okay.
I don't know which one to go with. Hey, guys, should I go with the first one or the sex month marathon thing?
Well, now that you mentioned it like that, I'm pretty sure you have to go with the second one. The first one or the 6 month marathon.
Okay. Like, I mean, what kind of choice?
I don't.
Is that? It's like, no, really, that's like looking at like an inmate and going, so I could either give you the first option or I could set you free. I mean,
It's like, wait, let me think about it. Solitary confinement. Hold on.
You guys know what the first one is, but I didn't know how to put it in a nice way.
his 6 month marathon is way nicer than the first option.
Okay, so anyway, so the 6 month marathon.
Is there any disclaimer that we need to throw out there for the kids, for the children's?
Aside from the fact that we've said,
Don't do this until you're married.
There you go. I guess that will work, right? Victoria, anything you'd like to add to that?
my disclaimer is that anybody under the age of 13, parents, just let you know that we will be talking about a 6 month marathon. And if you have your kids still there, because we've said it 400 times without giving you a disclaimer, now would be the time to that would be a time to let the kids go play outside for a minute before you drag them back to see us on the TV screen. I say TV. I wish we were on TV.
We could be on TV. On somebody's TV.
But so now would be the time to send the little ones out and then bring them back in when we get into our next bit.
So go ahead, Tom.
So,
Now that we've mentioned everything, I think.
Alrighty. So a few years ago, 2007, I believe, there was a pastor, and how he wanted people. No, this is the funny part. It's already weird, right? Because he was telling couples if they were having trouble to have sex for a month, every day for a month, in order to just basically get themselves back on track. And
Victoria's very interested.
I can tell. I can tell. So for everyone who was not married, though, he told them to actually abstain for 30 days, and his main goal was just to try to reduce the divorce rate, which actually I quite admire. But it's just, again, it's funny because it's like, it's something sacred for pastors, right? So it's just like, oh yeah, do it every day for a month, all day, every day, that sort of thing going on. But
Wait,
if you're not married, no day, not
So-
day, any day.
Not okay.
Day,
So let me
any
get this
day.
straight. Let me get this straight. So for couples, if they were married, they had to have sex for 30 days straight. We'll just
Or
throw that
31,
out there.
yes.
Multiple times a day or just once a day
Or
at least?
28 if it was in
At
February.
least once a day, apparently. At least once a day.
At least once a day.
Yes.
I mean, it's just. I know it looks like I'm pondering it, but
Once a day.
okay. And then for couples that weren't married, they had to.
Yes.
Now my question is, what if they were already abstinent? Like they were just a couple that was abstinent, or did the couple have to be actually performing coitus?
Well, Sheldon Cooper, I think he just sort of put it out there in case they were. I don't, if you were abstaining already, then you're good. But if you weren't, then he's like, here's my challenge to you so you can connect on a different level. Because you know how like people are always like, the spark is there, and then you get married, like that sort of thing. So I think for married couples, he was trying to reignite that spark.
Mhm.
And for the couples who still had that spark going every other day, he decided, hey, turn off the spark and see if you can ignite something else. But it was funny to me because, again, it's coming from a pastor. And then
Yeah.
the weird thing is,
It's a spiritual experience.
no, it actually is for him. Like here,
It's a-
okay. In the
Just
article,
for him,
he was talking.
no one else.
No, he was talking about how he says men need to reevaluate their wives' needs. So he said like men come home and they automatically turn on the TV and they just expect dinner on the table and fireworks in the bedroom. So he's like, this is a way to just reevaluate it.
I think Victoria needs to say something.
Yes.
No, okay, so wait. So he's saying that they need to reevaluate women's needs because men, it's really easy. Okay, I'm going to throw this out here. I'm the most chauvinistic female there is. I've got to be. But sex, it's like a tango. It goes both ways. There's two to tango.
I'm riding
I-
solo.
That's a little personal. But no, I mean,
Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to
Yes.
disrupt your thought
no, it's
process.
fine. I'm really confused because you want to help a couple. You want to help a couple, but you're telling one of them to reassess the wife or the female's needs. And my thing is like, yeah, but there's two people in that whole thing. So
About my needs.
and like, I mean, people can say, oh, well, guys don't need anything. And like, I mean, even most comedians, they say men only need three things: food, shelter, sex, and guess what? I'm pretty sure females probably need the same thing. It's just those three. I mean, when it comes down to the bare bones of humanity. So, I mean, I don't know, everything you listed, football game on, food, some fireworks in the bedroom. I'm not, going to pull the sex card and be like, but I want something else. No, that sounds perfectly fine. I mean, I'm just saying. So, I mean, I don't know. It's pretty presumptuous to think that women just, they need to have more than that. Like, they don't need to.
No,
they
I
want
don't even think he's talking about how they need to have more, but he's like, it's weird. Perfect show, right?
Well, I'm glad you
But
chose it,
he's
Tom.
like, it's strange because he's like, okay, as a pastor, first off, he's like, sex, and but then he's like, they're married, so it's fine. and then like it attracted national media attention. I think I actually remember hearing about this, but then how he's like, men need to reevaluate their wives' needs. So shouldn't you be telling them like no sex and like more time
Depends
spent?
on what your relationship's like, I think. I mean, to generalize anything is I think a misconception for relationships.
I just want to point out that was the most diplomatic answer you could have given.
But I
Just
believe it.
I'm not saying you didn't believe it. I'm just very proud of you.
Here's this
No,
side. Here's that side. Here's me, neutral.
Yeah, that's the adjective I would give you. But no, okay, so but going back to 30 days or 31 or 28, however you want to do it.
Yes.
I hope we don't get gypped with February.
Well, if it's a leap year, you get an extra day.
I want my 30-31.
Oh,
You make it
man.
sound like a drug, man.
Hey, you want a February? I don't think so. I can get you good stuff December.
Hey, want to buy some 30-31?
It's during the holiday season. Good stuff.
Could you just
You can put
imagine
it.
calendar? Like imagine the calendar they have. Like I've got a calendar in my room, right? And it's a whiteboard one, so that I can like just erase whatever I want. But could you imagine just gotta tick that day off? I mean, like. Also, okay, my question, and I know it's crass and a little bit unorthodox, but a month. I'm just gonna say certain things are on a monthly schedule. So for a whole week, if somebody's not into it, yes, Weston, I'm sorry to bring up the facts of life.
You're talking about commas, and I don't feel comfortable with those.
It's you and grammar, man. It just don't work.
What? Comma? Oh, like semicolon? What is it?
I'm just saying, for 7 days, maybe they skip a week. Do you have to start over? If you skip a week or if you skip a day, do you have to start over at one?
So pretty much it's just, I see what you're doing there, because then you're having sex forever.
You know what? Accidental genius, all right?
I see what you were doing there, Victoria, and that is amazing. Props to you.
I await all the phone calls and the Nobel Prize. But I'm saying,
Guys, you don't have to be stuck with only 30 days. There's a way in the system to make it work.
everything's got a loophole.
Absolutely. You just found it. Congratulations.
Yeah. Cheers.
Well, you guys discussed that. My computer's about to die. Hold on.
Oh, please go ahead and do that. So
Good
Tom is learning that with the in-ear headphone things that it starts to hurt your ears after a while. So
Buds?
no,
I'll shut up.
We're buddies?
We're earbuds.
No, I definitely have my issues with trying to figure the right words at the right time.
Just giving you a hard time because you're there and Tom's not.
Yeah,
Mean too.
yeah. I was gonna ask Tom if he had any more to his story. Well, maybe he's back. It looks like he's back.
Hey, Tom. Hey, buddy. You got any more to that story? Any other conundrums I can solve for you?
Yes. So he
What did he do, Tom?
so the pastor so first off, the church he goes to, it's described as a casual contemporary church, and then one of his previous sermons involves quoting Shrek the Third to explain what happens when we trust God. But I don't know if it's related to this.
Which one's the third again?
Shrek the Third.
Oh
Goes
God.
to find Arthur.
Sorry, I couldn't resist it.
You would.
Oh, and Victoria, actually, your conundrum solving is in here. It says, the idea is to help couples refocus on their marriage. While the challenge is for a month, Pastor Worth believes the 30 days will lead to a lifetime.
Up there you go. So it was part of the plan to begin with.
I
Well,
guess
no,
so.
I'm just saying. Now, is it he's just aesthetically thinking, oh, it's gonna lead to a lifetime of sexual congress that's amazing and good marriage, or is he really just thinking because of the rule? The caveat is that if you skip a day, you got to get start up from the beginning. So say you're on day 25,
Mm.
and then oops, day 26, just missed it. Got to start from the beginning, babe. Sorry, it's the pastor, man. He's telling me. So
Yeah.
like, I mean, so yeah, but so wait, when you said casual contemporary, all I could think was, do they have greasers? Right?
Welcome to church. Welcome to church.
I'm just saying. Well.
Okay.
Let me whip out my cross knife.
I was like, that was a... Okay.
That was an interesting choice of words you made there, Tom.
I'm going to whip out... What are you going to whip out, Tom?
For all you Blazing Saddles fans, pardon me while I whip this out.
Oh!
Oh.
All right. So, Victoria, should I go next?
Oh, sure. And to all the parents at home, you can bring the kids back in from outside. Unless they're having a really good time, then just leave them. They'll be great.
'Cause now we're going to talk about food.
We are?
Well, raw food.
I got really excited.
Really? What kind of
Her
food?
whole demeanor changed. You can bring them back in. Really?
Actually, I forgot to mention to you guys, I think I forgot to send you guys the links because there are pictures with these particular articles that I'm talking about. So if you go on your Facebook, you can see what I'm looking at. And so let me change the scene once again. All right.
Do-do-do.
All right, that is not centered. Let me center that. There we go. Okay, so what you guys are looking at is at a Tom Tato. No, it's not Thomas a Potato. It is...
Wait. Tom Tato.
It's a Tom Tato.
Oh, okay, I get it. I'm sorry.
Enough
I didn't
about my
understand.
face, Weston. Enough about my face.
Look at Tom and his potato face. No. Okay, so this is
What
an
a
actual...
I prefer the term spud, thank you.
Okay.
I just said that.
Oh, yeah, see?
Yeah, they never listen.
Sorry.
Chauvinism gone.
So we're men. We think of one thing, and that's where we go.
Tom Tatoes? You
Okay.
can think what I'm doing.
So let me
All right,
actually
tell me
tell
about
you,
the Tom
let me
Tato.
actually tell you what the Tom Tato is. So what it is it is a plant, a wonder plant. It's a double crop that can not only grow potatoes. I don't know why I had to say it that way. Potatoes. It grows potatoes
Potato.
and cherry tomatoes in the same plant. And of course, you would love it,
actually really
Victoria,
nifty.
because guess who came up with the idea?
A man?
Britons, but yes, probably.
I was like, where are we playing to? My chauvinism or to my love for everything British?
We'll go with
wait.
both.
The British totally
Manly
would come
Britons.
up with this. Because, I mean, I don't know, just potatoes. Yeah, the British would do this.
So the reason
Actually,
why
I'm kind of surprised it's not the Irish on that note.
Actually, most of Ireland, you know, I'm not even going to go into it. It's fine.
have you heard of the potato famine? Oh, that doesn't seem like you remember it all. Freaking Tom Tato.
And yet they still eat it a lot.
So it's really cool because it's actually not something that they grow from start to beginning. What they do is they take the two plants and they cut the stems off after a few weeks, and they fuse the stems together, and then they start to grow together. And the reason why it works is because they're from the same plant family. So apparently they're, I don't know, same kind of genetics, sort of.
So wait, does that make a potato part fruit?
I don't know. I mean, maybe not in the classification sense.
I mean, I'm just asking. I'm curious because I still don't believe a tomato is a fruit. I believe a tomato needs to get over itself and decide already if it's a fruit or a vegetable. I'm just saying that. No, you know, I don't even think it's a vegetable. I just think it's like the reject of both groups. It's the outsider.
like apples are like, all right, tomato, come on, we'll take you.
Right.
We'll take you.
I'm just saying. Speaking of apples, because okay, now this makes sense though. The palm of the earth, okay, it's French for potato. Like palm means apple. Apple of the earth is potato.
No.
Oh, merci. Anyways, but I'm just saying, if they call potatoes the apple of the earth, and it actually has, when you like take a fresh potato and you cut it open, it's got like that apple crispness to it. There's something they're not telling us about potatoes. I bet they're part fruit.
Maybe that's so. So let's see. There was a couple other things.
Another conundrum solved.
And of course, the nice part about it is that when you grow these two things together, so you can't just like go and buy this, as a seed. But say if you were to get this plant later, they might come up with that eventually. But as of right now, it's two separate plants that are fused together. And the nice part is that you would think that, how sometimes when you combine stuff, it's not as good as the original?
Yeah.
Like, my example is that we bought one of those, I don't know what you'd call them, like those recreation tables with like pool in it and foosball. So it has a whole bunch of different.
Grow recreation table.
No, Tom, they build those with like materials.
Materials.
So with that though, because I seem to notice when you tend to buy something that's not dedicated and it's just like a combination of things, it's not as good.
I can tell you right now, when you combine popcorn and gel ink, it don't taste as good as it should. So yeah, I would combine those two things.
That should be our new goal. We should try to find an ink that tastes great with stale popcorn.
We're on a quest, guys.
I'm on an adventure.
They're on a quest.
Tom, by joining this podcast, you have joined every quest that we're throwing out. Oh, now where'd he go? Where'd he go?
Which way did he go?
And okay, so I guess really the last thing is that with this plant, the only supposed downside is that obviously because since they're combined, you're not going to get as much of a crop with each one because all the energy is going to both plants. So you're not going to get probably as many potatoes, as many cherry tomatoes. And I guess they could also do this with bell peppers and eggplants because they're also from a similar family of plants.
All right, I believe it. Now, my question is, no
one knows what that means.
if it's harder, or if it takes more energy, takes all the energy to put them into different plants. Did they just do this for funsies? Because it sounds like it's not a great crop to I mean, if they're just doing it for scientific fun, that's great. But if it's not gonna grow as fast, you're not gonna get as big of a crop. Is it worth it?
Maybe you don't want a lot, and then you just get a little bit of both.
You know what? I didn't want a lot of cherry tomatoes with my potatoes. I'm just gonna get a little bit. It would be the British that did that.
Well, I actually think it's kind of cool because despite the fact that you may get less of it, and this way you actually need to you can plant less theoretically, especially I don't know what he was talking about. I thought, hey, maybe this is one way you can solve the food crisis in some places where they don't have as much to go around. So you have one plant that can produce two instead of having two plants that can produce, only one of each. So maybe that would be a good thing.
Less is more, in a way.
Tom, you just made me sound like I want people to starve. No, keep all of your vegetables and fruit separate.
No science.
No, but I mean, honestly, would that not be cool?
Yeah, no, if they can perfect it and get the germination of each of these plants to work out just so, yeah, it'd be great. I mean, no, I'm with you. I think that'd be beneficial. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Agreed. All right, Victoria, what you got for us?
Oh, yeah. So, okay. We're moving out of the Tom Tato and these, the month of fun, and we're gonna move to the zoo. And let's take you to a
month
place
of fun
called...
until you get to Tom.
That sounds like completely not promising. But anyways, I'm going to take you guys to a place called Dallas in Texas. And so I guess I'm sorry, it's really funny to me. So have you ever heard of a gorilla being sexist?
I thought that was assumed.
One, it's in Dallas, and that cracked me up. And two, so there's this West Lowland gorilla in their zoo, and his name's Patrick. And Patrick doesn't get along with lady gorillas. He what did he do? Oh, he bit one. Yeah, he bit one, and he's been slapping around a bunch of other lady gorillas. And they've had him in this zoo for 18 years, and he still can't get over the fact that there's some women in there. And so he just went bananas, if you'll pardon the pun. And
I'm doing some gestures that Tom is not, I don't think he approves of.
Watch as my friend Weston embodies a sexist gorilla. So, yeah. I'm going to apologize to everybody watching now. I apologize to gorilla.
Oh my gosh, that's the second time my face has turned red.
No, they've decided that they need to take this gorilla and they're going to take him to South Carolina at the what is it, the Riverbanks Zoo and Gardens in Columbia, South Carolina. And what they're going to do is they're going to put him into a gorilla rehab and they're going to give him therapy and talk to him and try to figure out why, and God's honest truth, why he hates lady gorillas. So all I could think is like, could you imagine if King Kong was a misogynist? Like, he'd have eaten that chick in 2 seconds. Right? Yeah, no, that's all I can think.
Blondes are delicious.
Okay, so they've been having this problem, and in fact, South Carolina, that zoo, that Riverbanks Zoo and Garden area in Columbia, is actually world famous for therapy that's given to gorillas for this problem.
What? Hey, I guess if they need it, then they need it, right?
I don't know, man. It cracks me up because who knew like that animals like it's just, oh man, I really hate them women gorillas. No, like how gorillas show sexism by biting each other, but not by not letting them vote or saying, "Hey, go make me a banana sandwich," you know.
I ain't gonna do it.
I mean, I people, does that make me sexist towards them? Saying probably
maybe
a lot.
Another revelation, Victoria.
She's on a roll, folks. There will be no mystery she can't solve.
The Quill I'm taking is fantastic.
My brain has worked like never before. Drugs. Don't do it, kids, but drugs.
I'm just saying.
And now you want to send your kids outside again.
But yeah, so I thought it was weird because you're flipping through headlines and then you see sexist gorilla sent to therapy. How do you not click on that and say, okay, I gotta know?
I must
What
click.
person scrolls by it and goes, nah.
That
I'll-
couldn't possibly be interesting.
That would
yeah,
actually be me, probably.
Oh, Tom,
Would
that's
actually
great.
be me, probably, because I don't care.
And there
about
you have it,
sexist
Victoria.
tropes. Don't you give me that face.
He doesn't care what you think or what you have to say or what you find interesting, quite frankly.
Oh, I solved the whole conundrum with that particular monthly issue, and no, it's fine, it's cool. I'm not mad.
Whatever.
I don't. You saw that little hair bob right there, right?
Man.
So I'd like to apply this same sexism to other animals. Like, what about a sexist tortoise?
No. How about seahorses?
She's just not even, like, why would you do that to your shell? Just women. He's all walking around.
No, but seriously, how about seahorses?
I
Because
couldn't do it.
male seahorses are the one who have the kids, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, he carries them, but I mean, so does Schwarzenegger.
Look
Whatever.
what you did to me.
Yeah, right. Do you think like the male seahorse while the babies? Have you ever seen them? The babies explode out of a male seahorse.
They
Like,
do. It's freaking weird.
Is this like Planet Earth stuff? Can I see
bit.
this?
Okay,
Can I see this on
seriously, so it's
Planet
like
Earth?
he's-
Because my dad
he's
has
a
it on
swollen
Blu-ray.
ball. He's a swollen ball, and he goes like this.
yeah, and like they shoot out of him.
Like
he
it shoots him.
he gets blown back by it. And my whole thing is like the whole time is he just looking at his little seahorse wife going, "You did this to me." And I would say that that's not sexist. That's as equal as it gets.
I know.
I mean,
Saying.
nature has to compensate somewhere.
That is my life.
What about like some amphibians who can actually switch genders?
Oh, we're getting into Jurassic Park stuff now. Yeah.
Oh, that's right, huh?
Yeah, that's right. So anyways, no, yeah, you're right. Like, what about that? Could you just imagine like there's this frog just hates women so much and suddenly it's his time to change. He's like, no, oh my god, I hate men. Like, ribbit.
Decided.
Yeah. Now, I hate to bring this up, but again, there's a total correlation to my life. We had a sexist hamster,
Did you?
but like, yeah, her name was what did we name her? Oh well, my dad named her Boo Boo, like Yogi Bear,
Boo boo.
because yeah, he go, hey Boo Boo.
Oh, I was thinking honey.
Oh no. Oh no.
God.
But then I was like, is this recent or not?
This was a long time ago, wasn't it?
time ago. I think I've told Weston about this, but she hated female humans. She only liked male. So she was a misogynist towards female humans.
This is my man. You stay away.
Pretty much. Except it was like a lot of squeaking, and I'm pretty sure that she said some things that would make, like, I don't just everybody blush. Like, it doesn't matter how bad you are. Just she said some things that if you could speak hamster, you'd be like, oh.
Oh, we lost Tom.
I really was interested because he's all.
It's like, wow, I didn't think I could ever capture so much interest of Tom. Oh, wait, it's because it's not real.
Tom didn't care again about what I was talking about. No, it's fine. He just left.
Man.
He's like, oh, misogynist hamsters, not my deal, and he just peaced out.
Pretty much. Wow. So I guess now I just have to decide a plan of attack here. Do I mean, because Tom went first, right? So he did the first story. So
this is why I don't do any of the technical stuff.
Well, you know what, Victoria? I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go on to my next story.
Okay. And if great.
Let's see. All right. Okay. Whoop. Oh, no. I just did something wrong. All right.
This should be part of the show. This should be just part of the whole series, is that Tom just randomly disappears.
So I'm going to have to see. But he wants me to call him. Let's see if I can call him and do this. How do I add him to the call? How do I add him? Hold on one second. Boom. Boom. Okay. I'm calling him. Come on, Tom.
At home, I hope this is riveting for you, because it is for me.
Call failed.
And now it's even better.
Well, I'm gonna go on to my next story, and in the meantime, if he tries to come back, then that's great. Technical difficulties, I swear. It's definitely his internet. I've definitely come to believe that it's his internet.
Well, because, I mean, it's not ours, but then again, we live in the same area.
True. Okay.
Anyways, lay it on me.
Lay it on you. Okay. All right. So I actually have a image to show with that. So let's go to boom. All right. So that's not the one. It is this one. All right. So as I said, I sent you on Facebook the thing. Oh, let's see. I think I know. Actually, hold on. I think I might know how to get Tom back. Just maybe. I'm gonna try that one more time because I realized that on my Skype I'm unavailable. The red thing, so no one can call you and ignores everything and whatnot.
Yeah. I wouldn't know.
Technical stuff. My bad.
Nothing like your second episode, and it's just as good technologically as your first.
I know, because I had a problem with the first one, but thankfully he didn't cut out until the very end. Right. The last few minutes, it's hilarious, but now that it's become like commonplace, whatever. Okay. So anyway, Victoria, so I sent you the link, and so this is about a guy that is growing a nose on his forehead. I'm not sure if you're looking at the picture right now.
Yeah, I'm looking at the picture. Yeah, no, I did not expect that.
Right?
I don't know what I expected with a nose on a forehead, but it wasn't that.
Yeah, I know. It looks fake to me. When I first saw it, I was like, that can't possibly be real.
Photoshopped, but it's not.
But it's not. Yeah, so apparently this reconstruction technique of growing the whole nose on the forehead is somewhat common. And I guess they do it. This particular guy is a 22-year-old from China, so I'm not sure if it's just something that's common in China or as an overall practice. But anyway, so I guess what happened was he had suffered damage to his nose from an accident, and there was like this infection that was literally eating away at his nose, so they couldn't fix it.
Wow. And it was just his nose that it was eating it?
I think because that's where a lot of the damage came from in the accident he was in.
Okay.
Yeah, so then they took I guess they harvested some cartilage, and they started growing it on his forehead. And I guess with his old nose, the way it works is that once you put it on, or you place the new nose on where, it should be, that the old one will shrink away or something like that. which is yeah, right. I was like, that's really if it's common practice, then I guess that's apparently what happens.
Right. Shoot. Okay. Well then.
Yeah. So just imagine. So what does that mean exactly? Does that mean you can smell like in two different places?
Well, no, I don't think so. I mean, they would have to completely take your olfactory tract and move
That's
it up
true.
too. But I mean, if you could, just imagine the hair gel that you'd smell all day.
Well, actually, I use that Crew hair gel, and it smells pretty dang good.
I use shampoo and it smells pretty darn adequate. But see, I've got bangs and it would just, I'd be sneezing into my own hair. If like, yeah, it would not be pretty. Especially, imagine how I am now, like sick and everything. Not good.
All the phlegm.
Yeah. Just, peanut butter in your hair is one thing. A booger, not so much. Just saying.
Getting a little juicy.
Ugh, a little bit. No, but that's fascinating. So if they're able to do that with something that's completely made of cartilage and be able to do that, I mean,
Right.
you could probably regrow ears like they do on some rats with stem cells.
Actually, I think I was reading in the same article that I think that has been done before. So you're totally right.
So, like, I mean, I guess that'd be cool. I don't know. I think it's fascinating the things that we can grow on the body.
Yeah, right?
I mean, just even in general, but the medical like liberties we take and that actually can be beneficial and cosmetically safe, I think is amazing.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I find it very fascinating because there's a lot of people who, especially veterans that have been severely damaged
Right, yeah.
from wars and and everything like that. And it's just, I think that it's bizarre, but hey, so is chasing an ear on a mouse that you've grown. Either way, but right, but yeah, just no, that's pretty fascinating. I'm digging it.
I remember we were talking about how I think they're already doing it, but taking certain just like skin cells and being able to grow organs that are particularly for your body.
Yeah. Well, and it's fascinating. Like for instance, the liver has regenerative cells,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and that's both beneficial and completely and utterly nightmarish because if you get cancer of the liver, there's like chances that whatever cancer is in those cells could be regenerated into the other cell too, and that's scary. But it's
So
also
true.
really neat. Is the fact that they can do that and they find that out means that there's got to be a way to stop it.
Yep.
So yeah, kudos to the human body for being weird.
And you get our 2 thumbs up for weird of the week, I think.
Pretty much. I mean, that's better than any misogynist animal I've ever met.
Well, maybe you need to meet a few more. I don't know.
On my list of things to do, the bucket list, meet more misogynist animals.
Okay, all right.
Got that one. I think bingo. I'm like, oh, hey.
Bingo. Just got the dolphin today. Oh, that was weird.
Just, who knew? Just, Flipper wasn't having it. Yeah, no. There's a dolphin tell me off because I'm a woman.
It's like, I'm not talking to you.
It just swims off. It's like, hey, bye.
You can get me some fish or what?
All right. Hey, you gonna make me a filet sandwich? Come on now. You've got opposable thumbs, right?
Just saying.
Right? Flippers.
Well, I guess, Victoria, if you want to finish us off with the last story, since I don't know if I'll get Tom back, to be honest.
Well, all right. My last story is actually just a weird fact that I found upon the internets, and that is that koalas, those cuddly little frightening bears from down under, they have fingerprints. And actually, it's really interesting is because they're the only marsupial of their family that has fingerprints, which is interesting to me because one, they look like they've got little hands anyways.
Right.
And those really long claws, that could tear into you. It's great because they can just hook into the trees while they're, high on their eucalyptus leaves. And they could just sleep and everything. I just think it's fun.
Hi guys.
Oh, we got him back.
Oh, Tom, you're back. Where are
I think you
disappeared.
were looking the right direction. Very nice, Victoria. You were looking the right direction.
Got it.
Oh, no, I got you.
Hi, Tom. Hey, guess
Hi.
so what you missed while we were trying to figure this out, I'll give you a cap, is that you can grow a nose on your forehead if you're in China. And then
I think I saw something about that.
You probably did.
I'm on
Yeah.
a quest to meet a dolphin that's misogynist. And then koalas have fingerprints. And they're the only other animal aside from primates that do. In fact, they're the only marsupial that have fingerprints, and they think that it like why kangaroos and um, wallabies and other animals like wombats. The reason that they don't have fingerprints is because koalas climb, and that's why we have fingerprints. Those little grooves don't just identify who we are, but they also help us grip onto things and climb stuff. So all I could think of is like Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man movie when Tobey Maguire does the zoom in on his hand and like the little hairs come out of the grooves, and that's all I can think of.
Yeah.
Also realize that just like humans, the fingerprints on different koalas are completely different. You will never find the same type of fingerprints, so they're identifiable as well, which means when koalas set up their own murders, CSI koalas, I mean, can you imagine CSI Australia? Just
koalas.
Koalas. Just, I'm saying, it'd be great.
Just, I was looking for my sunglasses to do the CSI Miami, like, mate, we know you did it.
But actually, speaking of identification and whatnot, going back to your story, Victoria, about the gorillas, apparently every gorilla has a different nose print. So that's their fingerprints.
This is how gorillas take their nose print.
They rub their face.
That's the most beautiful thing I could ever think of.
That's interesting. No, I didn't know. Did you know dogs do too? Dogs have different nose prints, like how the skin is on their nose. Yeah.
I believe it.
No, but it's just like it could help you find your lost animal.
Koala.
You know, if I lost a koala, I can't find a koala, man. Well, dusted for prints, and we found it in your wallet, and koala stole my money. Like,
So, mate, turns out he left a note, and he actually left because you were apparently abusive. So, he doesn't want to come back. Just saying.
Abusive. I would be abusive to a koala. Thank you. That makes me feel so great.
I don't know, just eating all that, like, freaking poisonous eucalyptus leaves or whatever.
You know what's funny is they get high off of that. The whole time that you see a koala while he's munching on that, he is stoned out of his mind.
Dude.
Yeah.
Did you see
And
that?
once again, parents, no kids in the room right now. We should just tell them to leave for the whole time if this is what we're going to be talking about.
Episode was a little adult. But
Man.
I'm just saying, koalas are scary anyway. Like, they look like they're cute and cuddly, but they're vicious. And the fact that now that we can identify an individual, that's beautiful.
I was hoping you were just looking at the camera, so, all right.
No. Perfect. Sometimes it works. But I'm just saying, like, we can identify koalas by their fingerprints.
Right.
And I don't know, does that mean that we have to register them all? Like,
Little collars with little...
like they all have to carry cards in their pouches. You have to ID a koala before he can have eucalyptus. If he's under the age of 18 months, not so great.
No. Yeah.
He's gone again.
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone again. Huh. I wonder if he's using the Ethernet cable. Because he was using Wi-Fi at first, and that was terrible. So, I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go, I guess.
Well.
See, because I was going to say, I think we had enough time for Tom to finish his last story.
He didn't want any of our time. He was out.
It's like, you know what? Koalas, I'm getting one. I'm going to register it right away.
CSI Outback.
He drowned in the pool.
I guess he just went a little bit down under.
So, see what I'm thinking now. When you visualize this koala with the sunglasses, is he wearing clothes or is he completely naked, just has sunglasses?
Well, now I'm imagining both. No, but you know what? I don't know. Like, I kind of want to see a David Caruso looking koala with red hair. I think that'd be awesome.
Right. That
Tommy
would be good.
Good on. Like, I don't know, the acting college of David Caruso, but
Right. Sure. I'm not sure if any of you follow any of those CSI crime scene TV shows, but yeah, so David Caruso's the guy with red hair in CSI Miami who always has his head cocked to the side and always takes off his glasses, and he's always super dramatic, like, well, maybe he shouldn't have eaten that stale popcorn with gel on it, you know, that kind of thing.
looks like this has been plotted. Like, oh, this is gonna be great when I'm out in real life and I'm pulling my sunglasses off.
And it's like just catches or something like, oh.
It's happened.
Oh, yeah, I can believe it. So I'm calling Tom one more time, and I say if the call fails, then we'll call it a day. At least we have call failed.
Well, that was a hard decision to make.
Yeah, no, Skype pretty much made the decision for me.
Or we'll have to really work on his stuff.
Yeah, I think so. But I think this was a really good podcast, regardless. Regardless. Yeah. So, well, maybe he can bring up the story next time. I don't think it's one that's like super recent, like just happened yesterday. So it's just one of those overall stories that's like, well, it's really interesting.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So it's right because he never mentioned what the story was.
Oh yeah, because he
just got right to the point.
Yeah, he went right to his favorite story. And now to be my favorite story.
Woot woot.
Right.
All right. Well, hey, everyone. Thanks for joining us for this hour of the Stories of Weird. And you know what? So we're trying to make this show live. So the best way we can do that is by continuing to upload. And a good way to help support us is to comment about your thoughts, subscribe to the channel so you can see in your subscription box every week that we're releasing new videos. And of course, the best thing, I think probably the best thing you could do is tell your friends, tell your family to check it out. That, we're a bunch of cool people hanging out and we're funny, I think. Are we funny, Victoria?
Looks aren't everything, but yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, but seriously, word of mouth, guys. Let everybody know. I know I keep bugging people, and I will stop texting and walking and just tell them to subscribe.
Oh, by the way, you should subscribe to Eehn Productions.
Right. Get hit by a car. Did you subscribe?
Just like your arm is just like totally loose. It's broken.
I just write it in the gravel. Just yes. Pass out.
See, now you have to do that, by the way.
Great. All right. Bucket list. I'm writing it down.
Okay, everyone. Well, hey, thanks again for staying with us and checking us out. And we will see you next week at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Bye.
So stay word.
Word.
All right. See you, everybody.
Bye.